What are we opening now? Batons. I like the baton. I have the baton. I use the Baton 4 Premium CiV ARMORY version. I always recommend this because every time you do, you're supporting our logo. You're getting our logo out there, which is very, very cool. It's a very nice thing to do. But Olight does have other options, and I want to talk to you about them. All right, so here we have this is the Baton 4 Premium. All right, here is its predecessor, the Baton 3 Premium, and here we have the Baton Turbo. So let's open these two, and then I'll do like a quick comparison, right? So the Baton 3 is going to offer a little bit less battery life on the rechargeable case. It's smaller, just simply how it works. It's smaller, it's not going to be able to maintain that same amount of battery draw. So here, just for size comparison here, Baton 4, Baton 3. All right, I prefer the size of the Baton 3, to be honest with you. It's a little smaller. This can actually fit in a pocket a little bit better. It's gonna weigh a little bit less. It's gonna take up a little less space in a pack. So there's nothing wrong with this Baton 3. The Baton 4 is just some slight improvements. So let's take a look at some of the features that are different between these two. Kind of going back on what I said, I'll actually do these two and then I'll move on to the Turbo. So they're both gonna flip open, right? Just like your standard, your Zippos. Difference is no button here on the Baton 3. So you can't just press the button. And to be honest, this isn't a deal-breaking feature for me because I feel like the cap tends to get in the way of this light anyway. It's just an added feature of being able to use it, which is nice. It's, features are always nice. When we remove this from the unit, I can tell you that the magnet, maybe they're both the same, but the magnet on the Baton 3 feels a lot stronger. All right, not a big deal. It's not a deal breaker by any means. When you're looking at the Baton 3 and the Baton 4 side by side, they're very, very close to the same size. All right, very, very close here. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer to the camera. All right, so you got your Baton 4 and your Baton 3, very, very close. All right, some differences here are on the buttons. Your Baton 4 is gonna have your indicator lights. Your Baton 3 just has your on light indicator and that battery color indicator. So it's gonna change colors as the battery's dead. So if I'm doing just a side by side here on the wall, which is a terrible way to compare a light, not giving you any kind of features here on lumens and whatnot, but I've got both of them side by side, and I am going to cycle through. The brightness on the Baton 4 is definitely a little bit brighter. All right, full bright setting. Full bright setting is probably very close. It's very close. So if we're going on brightness features alone, there's not, the Baton 3 is just, I would say, just as good. Maybe a little bit less on the lumens, but just as good. Clips are the exact same. The clips are the exact same, usable clips. I like it. I think that there are definitely uses. We've already discussed our uses for these. I like them. Price-wise, I don't know if the Baton 3 is going to actually be just available on the website anymore, but I think that you're looking at somewhere around a $15 difference with the 4 being, I think it's a little pricey. I think we're getting close to the $90 range. This is probably going to be, the 3 is probably going to put you in the $70 range. So if the $70 range is the height, the high end of your budget, perfectly fine light. Get it, you'll like it. it definitely has a cool feature. I love the ability to just have this darn thing fully charged. I can charge up my phone if I need it. I'm actually gonna see if these lights will switch. They don't. They don't. Can you put 3 in the 4? You can. You can put the 3 in the 4 and it works. So, very, very cool. I like these darn lights. They are neat. All right. Put these away and let's open up this turbo very, very quickly. So, the turbo, I'm actually going to keep the 4 out. All right, the turbo here, standard. It's got your charger, your manual, all that nonsense. I'm not gonna go through that. Already kind of bored you to death already. The turbo is a bigger light for sure. All right, so let's take out what I would consider to be a bigger light of those two in the 4 and the turbo. So here we go. All right, that turbo is big. Makes me appreciate this thing a lot more than I did before because it actually does feel good in the hand, where this is a little tiny fella. So this one is gonna have features very similar to the Seeker and the Baton 4 here, in that it's going to give you your dotted light indicators, let you know what level you're running at, what your battery level is at, same as this, right? But you have more brightness on this one because you're gonna have your 4 levels, your 3 levels, and turbo. This is gonna have a spotlight feature on it, so you are definitely gonna be able to throw the heck out of this thing. I really, really like it. With that being said, sounds like my kids just walked in the door. They're gonna make a shitload of noise, so I'm gonna cut this off. Tell you guys, make sure you like and subscribe to the channels, both YouTube and Rumble. Make sure you're following us on Facebook. You're gonna get giveaways every 100 subscribers, 100 followers. Do everything you can to support the page. I like it. I like the merch. I wear the stuff myself. And I hope you guys appreciate the recommendations. Quickly, if I'm gonna say that there is a better or worse out of all these lights, go with the 4 Premium for the battery case. That's all. I think that this is better light overall, and if you just wanted an EDC light that's shorter when you're comparing it to something like the Warrior, this is definitely awesome option. I like it, but if you want the battery pack feature, then definitely stick with this Baton 4 Premium. And budget-wise, if you needed to save some bucks, boom. We actually have a couple of these available, so send us a message if you want one. I will give you a very, very good deal on these. All right. Take it easy, guys. Have a good night, and tune into the next one. See ya.